clear your mind and reflect, what do you think is going to be the most important thing for you guys to do against Phoenix that you weren't able to do in the regular season?
Just play our best basketball. I think that, we showed a lot of ourselves this year when we were looking at our best offensively and defensively. So it's the time to put it all together and be the best version of ourselves.
What did those 2 games for you do for you, just in terms of trying to kind of get back into this and catch a little bit of a rhythm?
It gave me a chance to play some 5-on-5. First game back was, I think, my 3rd day playing 5-on-5 ever. So to only have played 2 days out of 3 and then go out there and play 5-on-5 and a real game was pretty sweet for me. I enjoyed it a lot. I just wanted to get back out there just to be part of the NBA game again, feel the excitement, the crowd, the energy, and be able to shoot the basketball a little bit.
That said, does this week off help you, or are there some ways that maybe it hurt you, or maybe almost just having a shorter break would get you going, or is there some benefit?
There's going to be benefit for sure. I mean, I haven't had the chance to practice with the team or have a shoot-around, let alone with the team, before I came back. So, to be able to run through some plays and things like that I haven't ran since I got hurt, or even just play with Rudy or Ant or anyone like that and just be on the court with them, it's going to help me because I haven't been able to at all be on the court with them in any sort of fashion until that first game back.
Karl, Finch was talking about the puzzle matchups in this. I'm curious for you, this is your 4th playoff series. How does the puzzle and the preparation for this series kind of compare to those other?
I think they all present different challenges and different ways of playing the game, and also on the same style too. We're a different team than all those other 3 teams, so just figuring out what is going to be the best version of us against this team. We obviously haven't found that image yet with them this year in the regular season, but no better time to figure it out than in the postseason.
Does that image include staying big?
Yeah, I mean, it could be a lot of different ways. We have a lot of versatility, so there's a lot of things we could do not only to start the game, but throughout the game and change up the look of our team any single second. So that's a testament to the versatility in our locker room.
Given everything you've been through here, how important is this series for you?
Really, really, really important. Like, probably one of the most important things in my career so far here in Minnesota. So I have a great chance to do something. There's a lot on the line, so we got a lot to play for.
And how important do you think your role in this series will be?
I feel like every postseason has presented a new challenge for me. I've had postseasons where I felt like I had to do so much when I look back and say I could have done less to actually give us more. There's postseasons where I felt, I needed to help us by doing less and I should have been doing more. And it comes with experience and growth. So feel like I got an idea of where I could be for the best version of this team out of those 3 playoff experiences and having different outcomes in all of them for myself and for the team. So, put that experience to the forefront and go out there, have fun, and help our team be the best version of ourselves.
How much of a hunger is there with the group you've been together? You guys have been together the last couple of years to break through to that second round, take the next step. And what is it going to take, really, to kind of take that next step in the playoffs?
I mean, there's obviously a big hunger here to be able to get to the second round. It's something we haven't done here in Minnesota in a long time. We've broke the hurdle of not making the playoffs now for a couple years, so the fans deserve more, and we want more as well from the game. So we want to play more basketball in the postseason. So for us to get past the first round, it's gonna take a extreme amount of discipline, something that we've been talking about day in, day out. I feel you guys have heard the word so much throughout this year. We're gonna have to put that to the test and have a mentality that can't be broken, and to have mental toughness that has been talked about again with the discipline all year. We're gonna have to show that we have that mental toughness when things get difficult in the series or when things are going right, and not relax. We just got to be the best version of ourselves. So we've been working hard. Practice was really, really good today, and you could kind of see the fire and motivation in everyone's eyes.
Thanks, Karl.
That's great. Thanks, Cal.
Feeling now than maybe it has getting ready for regular season games up to this point?
intensity is a little high, you know, and I think everybody ready to go.
And what do you think you guys need to do better against Phoenix to get this thing going?
We just can't turn it over. Anytime we don't turn it over, you know, we right there neck and neck with them. But when we turn it over and get them such a big lead in the first quarter, it's hard to, you know, bring them down because they got tough shot makers on their team.
Do you see, is that a lot of you guys just making mistakes? Is that what they're doing?
Yeah, it's just us making mistakes, making the pass one beat later, one beat too late. Me playing in crowds, they putting 3 people on me, so I just got to, you know, make the right reads and trust my teammates. And when my teammates hit those shots, they're going to have to eventually get out of it.
And how do you walk that line of, you've done a great job all season of trusting your teammates getting it, but also knowing that there's going to be times where you got to be aggressive yourself, right? Like, how do you kind of go about that?
I mean, when I see the lanes and the space, I gotta go, and it may not be a lot, but when I see it, I gotta take advantage of it, because I haven't been doing that in the last few matchups. I've just been playing into their hands, getting off of it every time.
What's it been like guarding KD the last couple of
It's been fun. Yeah, it's been super fun for sure.
What have you learned about his game? I mean, you grew up watching him as your favorite player. What do you learn about a guy's game
When you guard him, what makes it different from watching him when I was young and guarding him, that he's actually really that good. Like, you know how you be like, man, he ain't that good. When I get there, like, I shut him down, and then you get there and you like, he is that good. So I think, yeah, that's the main thing.
And when around Christmas, after the Oklahoma City loss and after the Dallas loss, you said you felt like you had more bullets in the chamber, that you wanted to fire there, and then you kind of like went away from that and said, no, I do actually need to be involved in my teammates more, and you've kind of sustained with that. What was the turning point there where you were like, it doesn't need to be you leaving bullets in the chamber or whatever, that feeling? You know what I'm asking?
I mean, just trusting my teammates, man, because you need them. You need your teammates to win a game, especially when they guard and how they guard me, man. They put 2-3 people on me. So, I mean, I feel like the shots that I take are the bullets that I'm going to be able to, you know, let go. And the other bullets that I left in the chamber is for my teammates. And if they make those shots, when I find them when they open, they make those shots, it's going to be hard to beat us.
Feeling a little sick?
Yeah, for sure, but I'll be all right.
If they're running 2 or 3 people at you, how much of a benefit, though, is it to have Cat back for the series like this and that type of situation, though?
It's super big, man, because this whole week he's able to get his rhythm and find himself, get his rhythm back, find his swag, and it's going to be big for us.
How eager are you for the postseason? I mean, you got to bring it during the regular season, but I mean, this is showtime now.
Yeah, for sure. It's super fun, man. I'm ready to play. We play Saturday at 2:30, so I'll be ready.
What's it going to mean to play with KD and those other guys on the Olympic team?
It's going to mean a lot. It's going to be super fun. Seeing those guys go to work, seeing how they work every day on their craft, because I feel like I work super hard on my craft every day. So seeing the GOATs work on their craft may show me that I'm not working hard enough. So that's something I'm looking forward to.
Have you thought about how you might crack that rotation or the starting lineup with all those guys?
I'm a realist, man, so I know it's probably not going to happen. And I can't be mad about it. It's the greatest Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard, Embiid, Anthony Davis. It's going to be hard for me to start. It may be hard for me to even find minutes. So I'm just going to enjoy my time, enjoy working out alongside of them, enjoy being on the bench, clapping them on, cheering them on. You know, if they need me, I'll be out there and be ready to go.
Is your time coming for that?
I hope so, yeah.
Yeah, how much you take away from the last couple of years, you guys getting there, and now it takes something else just to get a little bit farther. What do you take away from the last couple of years to kind of try to ensure a different result this year around?
Just being able to close out games a little better. You know, once again, trusting my teammates. Not playing hero ball at the end, taking all the tough shots, trusting my teammates when they open, hit them, you know, and live with the results.
And Kat was just out here talking to us about just kind of how important this series is, you know, for this team and for him individually too. He's got a big defensive matchup in this, and then also needs to be part of the offensive equation here too. How do you see Kat in this series and what he needs to do?
I see Kat being the MVP of the series if we win it, because, like I said, they're gonna put 2 and 3 on me, and he's the best player on the team. So they're gonna put 2 and 3 on me, and you leave the best player on the team with 1-on-1. I think that's something that we live for, And yeah, he takes the responsibility on defense, and if he does a great job, then we'll come out on top.
When you look at the overall defensive matchup and kind of figuring out that puzzle, as Finch likes to say, is it really just a matter of cleaning up turnovers that leads to their?
That's all it is, man. Because they got, like I said, they got tough shot makers, man, and takers. So and they're not gonna make them all the time. They're gonna make some, but they're not gonna make them all the time. We just can't fuel they offense, get them open looks. We can't keep giving them open looks. We turn the ball over at a high clip in the first quarter against them every time, and they give them open looks. The Bills, the Bookers, they get open threes. Allens get open threes. I think if we're able to get a shot up, we ain't got to make them all the time, but just get a shot up and not turn it over and get back and set our defense and have Rudy as the anchor, I think the game is going to be a lot different.
And is the idea if Towns is out there and he is making shots and you're making the right play, that eventually they'll loosen up those
I hope so, yeah. I hope so, for sure.
And in addition to them throwing 2 and 3 at you, Beal has said after the last 2, what's the strategy? He says, foul the shit out of them.
Yeah.
Like, how do you...
They be fouling the shit out of me.
how do you kind of, like, stay focused and composed even if you're not getting that, or they are just being super physical with you that way? Like,
the physicality doesn't bother me, man. I'm a physical player. But the fouling definitely bothers me because, like, if somebody else get fouled, they're going to call it. But it's the postseason, so it wouldn't bother me at all. I mean, I played twice in the postseason, and I'm not even going to look for a foul in the postseason because I already know what's going on. So, yeah, I'll be all right.
Thanks, Zach.
Yes, sir.
There's a couple of days here to recalibrate. Like, what has stood out to you as you look at this matchup and what you guys have to do better than you did during the regular season?
I mean, we got to get better starts. I mean, they've just been jumping on us from the beginning. It's been a variety of issues, turnovers, of course, defense the other day too. So you can't spot a team like with that much firepower, a 20-point lead. And we were just been sloppy out of the gates. And some of it is their doing for sure, and we got to address those issues, but it's just the starts have been just poor.
Anthony has had kind of lower scoring totals against them. How do you see, what's the key for him walking the line of getting others involved and getting off the ball when they're doubling him, but also remaining aggressive?
Well, he's got to be, aggressive in other ways too. He just got to get a little bit more in transition, in space, got to play in space, move himself a little bit more. And pick his spots in transition. In pick and roll rather, still be aggressive. Being aggressive and still got to commit to defense and then make the right play. So, but yeah, I'm confident we can get him going.
Chris, you've spoken a lot about how, on a night in, night out basis, matchups present a puzzle.
Yeah.
Kind of figure out. When you look at kind of the puzzle that Phoenix presents you, kind of a unique puzzle matchup does for your defense, or how do you kind of view the
Yeah, I mean, it is for sure. Definitely they got a lot of skilled smalls out there, guys that have an incredible amount of scoring and ball skill and can create their own shot. There's things that we've done in the past. We just got to get back to being good at it. It's been a while since we've had to do that with Cat being out. So that's one thing we can do, and we got to look at some things, around that and try to figure it out. But yeah, we've been working on that today actually. So.
How much maybe some of the defensive struggles
Yeah, no doubt about it. The turnovers, the transitions, leads to turnovers, them getting to the heart of the defense, making kick-out threes. They've done a really good job of making the extra pass when we've been in rotation. So, but a lot of that's come from being just kind of scrambling from the get-go in transition.
Because how do you balance that everything does magnify this time of year, but also letting professional athletes be creatures of habit and maybe trying to keep things as same and similar as it usually is?
Yeah, I think we do a pretty good job with that. Like, we haven't made any major disruptions to our routine or the way we go about business. Obviously heightened emphasis on everything with being the playoffs, but, it's been good to have a week at home and take a day off, regroup, and then to get back in the gym and slowly build them up for the week. But yeah, there's been no seismic changes in our preparation.
How important is it to have Cat at his best in this series?
Oh, it's going to be huge. I think it's, we have to find ways to get more out of him. I got to do a better job of getting the ball into his hands. I didn't do a good job of that on Sunday. So, he's a huge piece for us, and we got to use him better. So.
You had success in the first matchup against Phoenix, kind of early in that game. What are the ways that he can, like you mentioned some with Ant, that he can do more there? What does that do collectively for the offense if he gets going?
Yeah, I think certainly if the ball moves well and clean, like he's going to be able to play off the catch, attack from the trail spot, which he's so good at, and being able to hit threes and be a great floor spacer. But we also got to give him the ball. He's got He's going to command 2 on him too. And then we just got to be able to use that to also create good opportunities for his teammates.
Were the turnovers self-inflicted a lot within the first half?
I mean, yes and no. I mean, anytime you have 19 turnovers, some of them are going to be self-inflicted, some of them are going to be driven by the defense. But I thought we did a poor job of really recognizing the defense, what they were trying to do against us, which is kind of kept trying to play the same game, didn't make the adjustment, played into the teeth of the defense, played on the strong side all the time, didn't play with the pass, tried to play with the dribble. Then when we did pass, the passes were kind of, fancy, and that's not going to get it done. So.
How would you describe the degree to which they loaded up on Ant?
I mean, they put 3 on the ball. I mean, basically every time, 2 on the ball and 3 on the ball with him, and just committed to obviously not letting them get downhill. So.
What's it going to mean for Ant's growth to be on that Olympic team?
Oh, it's incredible. There was, I think, only a couple guys left over from last summer. He was, clearly the leader of that group. We're all really proud and pleased that he was selected, and it's going to be an incredible honor to represent in Paris, but also just to be around all those guys. Keep seeing how these high-level guys do go about their business, and all that stuff makes a great impression. So.
Chris, your defense is really kind of designed to give the mid-range, take away threes in the rim. They're really good in the mid-range. Do you adjust to it, or do you kind of stick to the principles that have gotten you to this point here? Or?
I mean, I think some of the adjustments are super subtle. We just gotta. They're great players, man. You gotta give them as much of a contest as you possibly can, and it's hard. But yeah, so we gotta close the space around them.
Is Beal an X factor that way because if you take away some guys you can get a date and get out?
Yeah, they've had everybody be an X factor, and we got to figure out how to take certain guys out of the game, whether it be whoever it is. I thought Nurkic just played extremely well against us too. So when their 2 main guys are drawing that much attention, it allows others to get involved. So we got to do a better job right there.
Chris, what were the main factors you think of Rudy having such a smoother season last year?
I do believe, from a physical point of view, he was way healthier, way fresher. From a mental point of view, he was, I think he had finally, it took him a whole year to really kind of feel at home here with everything. He was at peace with the trade, and he believed that, how good we could be this year. His mindset, is coming in extremely focused and motivated, and that kind of has just infused itself through the team. But those are the 2 biggest factors.
What's it like when you have 5 or 6 days to prepare for this one? How do you kind of analyze every degree of it?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a coach's dream, really. I mean, you get a chance to pick it apart. They've given us a body of work to go from. Most recently Sunday, get a chance to tear it apart, start putting it back together, come up with some answers. And then over the week you can kind of install it. So it feels like a football game. Thanks.